Hey, this is Michael and welcome back to me and Paul's channel. I'm so excited to have you here. Before we dive into this video, I want to make sure that you subscribe to our channel because we have new videos coming out soon, and turn on the bell to get notified so you don't miss any of our new videos. We talk about buying real estate, selling real estate, and all the strategies we use, like virtual wholesaling, buying and managing rental properties, renovations, private lending, and owner financing. We buy primarily through online auctions that have purchased houses in 44 states. With that said, I'm going to dive into today's video, which you're going to love. Everyone always asks me, how we find cash buyers for our real estate wholesale deals across the nation or locally in your area too. So in this video, kind of walk through a few slides on, how we find cash buyers and add them to our list, whether it's just doing it wholesaling locally or you're doing it nationwide. So with that, let me pull up a slide deck here. So the three ways to build a cash buyers list are, online, offline, and in person. And we'll cover all three in the coming slides. But before we kind of jump into them, especially if you're in the online space, you need to create some kind of, you need a way to capture leads online for your buyers list. So you need some kind of lead capturing website or a squeeze page. And, a lead capturing website is basically, it could be a standard website that you currently have, add a new page or tab to it where it has one of these two forms here. You could have a short form or like a long form and ask a bunch of questions. When I was doing it just in the Philadelphia market years ago, I kind of had a more detailed list, since I had a lot more buyers, but not all of them it bought all throughout the city of Philadelphia or the suburbs. So it was more, it got to know folks more. As me and Paul do this nationally, just kind of have a higher level form where I ask for name, and enter email and phone number and what states they purchase in. So those are two examples of kind of like ways to capture someone's information to add to your database. And then, it's good to offer, whether it's on your website or a squeeze page, some kind of what we call like irresistible offer. So whether it's a free report video or whatever, they basically, it would give you a reason to enter in their contact information, and then you can market to them their deals in the future. So before you kind of do stuff online, you kind of want to have this set up first. That way you're able to capture these leads and add them to your database. Now online, so how do you drive people to find your kind of lead capturing website that I just covered? So there's a few good ones, podcasts. So if you're already a successful wholesaler, local real estate investor, see if you get on, local podcast shows that folks do. That'll add credibility. And then usually at the end of the show, you could, promote your buyers list and tell folks to, join your buyers list for future deals. So that's a good way to get exposure and credibility. Another one is, you could create video ads. You could create your own YouTube channel, Facebook, whatever medium on social media that you want, and create ads for people to sign up. Or, you could do it through pay per clips on Google AdWords. And then, always put out content. So if you create your own blog site, there's another way to push people to your buyers list. Social media is huge. Join different groups. For example, Facebook, there's probably 2 to 5 local, probably real estate investor groups, depending on how big of a city you live in, for local agents, investors, wholesalers, etc. Or you could join those groups and build your buyers list that way. And then online ads. I mean, at the end of the day, if you got a deal, just post it on Craigslist and other online media, your house. And, if it's a house that's not for them, have a call to action, drive them to your website to sign up for your buyers list for future deals. So those are different avenues, a few of them that you could utilize online to drive business to your database of cash buyers. Now offline, this is another way to drive cash buyers to your list. And, what are some mediums that I use? It's you can use radio or TV, newspapers or newspaper advertisements or classifieds. There's different lists that you can market to, such as out of area owners, or you could get cash buyers from MLS or other online lead sources. Other things that we could, I'll give some examples. So for newspaper, in the rural markets, newspapers still work. So, there's a real estate wanted section. You could post an ad there and, people would sign up, especially in the rural markets. That works well. For our for our houses, we actually mail to postcards to landlords or cash buyers. And I got an example here on the bottom of one of my postcards. Here is a call to action where, kind of in the PS, if they're not ready to buy this one, visit housedealsamerica.com and sign up and get notified of my next real estate investment. Whenever I see it send out postcards, I see an uptick usually in my buyers list nationwide for that local market, or state, I should say, just because, not every deal is for every investor, but they'll read the postcard and they'll take action, go to my website and sign up for future deals. So those are some examples, kind of different ways on offline media that we could use to increase your buyers list. And then finally, in person, especially if you're just you invest locally and not nationally, like me and Paul, go to local RIA groups. You could find them just Google searching them, or go to like meetup.com for type in like real estate investor group. And you could meet people in person and talk to them, and you figure out where they buy, what their buyer criteria is, and you gauge how serious of a buyer they are. I know a lot of folks that sometimes go to these RIAs are what we call newbies that haven't done any deals, but there's plenty of seasoned investors that are looking to acquire more deals that you could add to your buyers list. I haven't done this, but I've known others in the past that, when you have a deal locally, put up some bandit signs and people call it, and that's another way to add to the buyers list. Another way to do it is, me and Paul, when we bid at local sheriff or tax sales, even, a good way is you kind of figure out the guys that are bidding, those are the players. Talk to them afterwards and figure out what their buying criteria is, and you could add them to your list. These are pretty guys that are cash buyers and serious. And then, other ways to do it is networking, continue networking outside of the RIAs. Maybe join a mastermind group with other successful real estate investors, or coaching groups. Always, it's continuing education, but you expand your network of people that you could add to your list. So again, those are some of the examples of how to increase your cash buyers online, offline, and in person. I hope this video, was helpful and you got a ton of ideas from it. If you did, I want to make sure you just subscribe to our channel, because we got new videos coming out soon, and, turn on the notifications so you know that when future videos come out. Also feel free to share this video with anyone else that may benefit from it. And again, thank you, and see you on my next video.